Long ago, the lions were untamed and owned by legendary adventurers. Of all heroes, none shone brighter than Shovel Knight and Shield Knight. As their travels together entered the Tower of Fate, when a cursed amulet wrought a terrible magic. When Shovel Knight awoke, the tower was sealed and Shield Knight was gone. His spirit broken, a grieving Shovel Knight went into a life of solitude. Without champions, the land was seized by a vile power, the Enchantress and her Order of No Quarter. Now the tower is unsealed, and devastation looms. A new adventure is about to begin. Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Play Shovel Knight. This is a game I really enjoy, and so I decided to do it after Okami, because I decided on the LP fairly late into Okami's lifespan? I don't know, recordings, let's say that. So I needed something kind of short and that I could prepare quickly, but still put enough effort in that I was proud of it. And Shovel Knight seemed like the perfect game at the time, and I think it's going to go pretty well. So, gameplay of Shovel Knight consists of you, Shovel Knight, jumping around with your shovel, hitting things, and pogoing off of things. You can pogo by hitting down while you're jumping. You can pogo off of enemies, off of blocks, and you can make little things like blocks of dirt and whatnot. You can also dig up little things of dirt. You can also bounce off bubbles, which is adorable. These are checkpoints. You hit them, well, you don't hit them actually, you just walk past them, and they will record your area, essentially a respawn if you die. Hit them. We'll get into exactly what happens if you die, if I die. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna die at one point in the LP, but crossing my fingers that might not happen. That'll be the first time playing through the game that I just don't die. This is the mini boss. You just bounce on his head and he'll die. Kind of difficult first playthrough if you don't know how to beat him, but pretty easy. You can also shovel up little things like that, like skeleton skulls, and throw them at other skeletons to hurt them. Morbid. You can make walls like this with little markings on them. Marking will be different each stage, but in this stage, the plains of passage, it's that. And also, walls like this you can have obviously break. Speaking of the plains of passage, it has a fantastic musical track, and really sets a tone for just how incredible the music in this game is gonna be. In fact, this is probably one of my favorite musical tracks. There's only one or two in the game that I just don't absolutely love. But speaking of music, you can find these little music sheets. And whenever I collect one, you'll see that pop up at the bottom of the screen. That will tell you the location or the stage the music track is in, the music sheet I should say, how to get it, and what the title of the music track is. We'll get into exactly what music sheets are, and how I'll handle them later on this episode. So, make our way through here, and we have a dragon thingy here. Let's just hobo. Let's just hobo off from here. No, pogo off them. And also break this wall to get a purple, pink gem, whatever color you want to say that was. I don't know, I really don't care. Worth 200. Each little gem is worth different amounts. I'm not going to go over the specific amounts each gem is worth, like that turkey is not worth any gems, but you find it in little platters across the stage. Sometimes you have to break a little wall to find it, and I don't know if that's better than in Castlevania, where you just found what pot roast there was, just in a wall. I don't know if finding chicken in a platter that it was in a wall is better than that, but I guess that's completely up to you. If you'd rather eat chicken that was in a platter in a wall than chicken that was just found in a wall, then go for it, man. I'm not going to stop you. You might get some sort of disease, though. I also have dirt all over it. But anyway, speaking of dirt, we can break that dirt wall. 2 bounce across bubbles in this room. With the waterfall, it's not nearly as bad as Mega Man 2's Bubble Man, thank God. By the way, this game looks gorgeous for an 8-bit game especially. The backgrounds are really well detailed. The environments look great. It's colorful. It's a fantastic game. And Shovel Knight looks fantastic as a character design. And as a character in general, I suppose he looks really cool. And the concept for Shovel Knight is so admittedly dumb, but also incredible. Like, he has a sword that's a shovel. That's incredible. It's stupid, but it's incredible at the same time. Can't praise this enough. You can also find little carrots by digging up dirt sometimes. That'll heal you for a little bit. You can also find chests like this that will often give you a lot of gold and a pink gem, purple gem, whatever color you want to call it. Not getting into that. Another checkpoint here. And this room is pretty weird. I've died a lot of times on first playthrough, but really it's pretty easy. You just bounce off these things, kill whatever you want. You don't actually have to kill things. They just give you gems. And gems aren't just like a score like they are in something like DuckTales, but they are actually currency that we'll get into later what you buy with them. This second boss is pretty easy, but I died a lot here on my first playthrough, as I think a lot of people might have, because it is a bit weird terrain here with the sleeping dragon and all that. This guy, just let him walk off. Don't jump to that platform. He will probably knock you off, and then you'll be salty. No, just stand there, he'll walk off, and then he'll be salty. Well, he'll be dead, and he can't respawn. Well, actually he can, so yeah, you know what, he can be salty all he wants. But just jump down here. In my first recording of this, actually, I got hit here, but not this time. Not again. Yeah, but you can make walls like this to get all gems. Shovel Knight's gameplay is kind of simplistic, but it's really, really fun and really fast-paced and just generally great. The game is about $15 on anything you'll buy it on. It's on PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, Xbox One, Wii U, and Nintendo 3DS, and PC on Steam. The PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, or I should say it's the PlayStation versions, and the Xbox One versions do have some exclusive content. In the PlayStation 4 version, you can fight Kratos, and in the Xbox One version, the Battletoads. I can't cover that, unfortunately, exactly what you get for fighting them, because I don't own an Xbox One or a PS4 or those versions, and I have no way to capture footage from them. But I will mention them, certainly. But, progressing to the end of the stage here, I knew you'd show your face sooner or later. The cerulean coward. Turn back, Shovel Knight. There's nothing here for you anymore. Stand aside, Black Knight. I have no quarrel with you. I must return to the Tower of Fate. Your time away has dulled your senses. Can't you see? The entire valley has been conquered by the Enchantress, and invincible knights of the Order of No Quarter stand between you and the tower. But none of that matters, because anyone after the Enchantress has to go through me. Steal thy shovel. So, here we have our rival, Black Knight, who is a pretty easy boss. We did do short hops, whoops. Yeah, pretty easy. If you just do short hop, get over here and let me destroy you, you jerk. If you just do short hop shovel strikes, you can actually lock him in a corner. Sometimes, though, he will actually fire a little projectile at you. Please do that. Hey, you can also dance by heading down, and does absolutely nothing. He has this move where he just jumps and dives. But he also has an attack. He showed it off earlier. There he goes, where he shoots a projectile at you. You can actually use your shovel to deflect it. And for doing it against Black Knight specifically, you get the achievement, You Are Fired, and also, I'm Alive. Not exactly sure what I'm Alive is for, but You're Fired is for killing Black Knight with defeating Black Knight with one of his own projectiles. Whenever I get an achievement, you'll see it pop up at the bottom of the screen, exactly what it is. So, hope you enjoy that. But, at the end of each level, you'll have this little campfire scene. And sometimes in campfire scenes, you'll have a dream. Catching Shield Knight doesn't do anything good for you, but it makes you feel good, because you caught her for one. But there are little mini games in there we'll get to eventually. When you wake up from your dream, make sure you shovel the fire here to one, put it out, safety first, and the achievement, or feat, only you. But for clearing the plains here, we have the village that we can now go to. Halt, no weapons. We have enough to worry about later without everyone swinging swords around. That's no weapon. Just a shovel. You may answer then, and don't forget, press up to talk to everyone, such as this dear lady. I remember before the Order of No Quarter when we weren't afraid to walk around like this. I mean, I don't really see like how they're hurting anyone. Wow, get a real wow, you don't even have a weapon. You're the one to talk. This guy here, the bard. Hell, traveler. I'm but a simple bard, but I have a big problem. I've lost all my music sheets. My entire repertoire is scattered across the land. If you ever find a music sheet, return it to me, and I shall reward it to you handsomely. He will buy each music sheet you find for 500 gold. This is actually a really, really good way to get gold. The rival. Black Knight has fine musical taste. Should have studied composition, but then I suppose I'd be the one with the rival. Now that I have this music sheet, I can perform with you anytime. So, going to the bard's exact music sheets, he starts with 5. He starts with the main theme. Steal Thy Shovel. One Fateful Night. A Decisive Blow. And no weapons here. We also gave him, just now, Strike the Earth, and the rival. So let's go back and press plus on this to get a bit of info. You may not know this, but I compose a new theme for every new adventure. I don't merely reuse old music. Well, sometimes I do. That is a pun or a joke that he'll make about each little music sheet you gain. I'm not going to show these all during the episode. I'm going to show them at the end of the episode as I turn in the music sheets. Because I don't... If you want to hear the puns, you can stay around for the end of the video. But heading right into the basement here, we can actually break this wall to the left and get another music sheet and talk to this guy. Hey, Shovel Knight. I know things are tough, but don't throw in the trowel. King Knight. Gave him an inch. He thinks he's a ruler. I chat with some horse adventurers, but they're all so negative. I was afraid as I jumped over the bottomless pit, but then I got over it. This man is Croaker. He will tell you puns. He has a lot of them. I believe about 20. But we'll be hearing some of them each episode. Hey, blue guy. You don't believe it, but the merchant has got for you today. Wanna have a look? This is Chester. He will sell you your first instances of relics, the fishing rod, and the chaos sphere. I'm gonna go and buy the fishing rod here to get the achievement first purchase. Also, that's the default controls. If we hit them, we can press Y. I'm actually gonna change that though to ZR soon, so that'll be changed by next episode. But this guy, hello fish friend, all hail the Tropical King. Who? You've never heard of the Tropical King? Half trout and half apple, pronounced like mouthful. He's one of the forest gods, here to help those in need. I'm telling the truth. If you ever visit the sacred grotto, hold your chalice aloft and the Tropical King will appear. As it happens, I am entrusted to sell tropical chalices to believers. Would you like one? I would actually like 2 of them. Because these are actually incredibly helpful for the game. Well, for the adventure, whatever you want to call it. But talking to these people here, specifically this dancer. Oh, that respected knight. If someone could defeat him, I would bestow upon them my greatest treasure. So we have an enemy now. Oh, war is me, but the king is of nothing. Not to rule but my lone bar stool. King Knight sits on pride was throne. That gilded goon, he'll get his soon. He rhymes. That's nice. But yeah, we should probably defeat those guys to help him out. Or help those guys out. I suppose people saw it's just too much to ask for. Well, as long as I'm standing here, break this left wall to get a little minigame with Mona here. She's going to conjure up some things that you have to hit toward the red and green things. What are these? Little hit points, hit areas, objectives. We'll call them objectives, even though that's a weird term to use in this case. But anyway, the green ones are worth 3, the blue ones are worth 1, and the red ones at the very top that are actually kind of difficult to hit are worth 10. So obviously you want to go for those as much as possible. That was a really, really good setup. You want to get, I believe, more than 150 points. It might be 180. I can't exactly remember right now. We'll see later, because you'll get something special if you happen to do that, or if you manage to do that. It's not actually that difficult with a bit of practice, and this is actually a fantastic way to grind gold if you really, really need to. A better way is just playing through the stages, to be brutally honest. But if you want to do something different that isn't playing through the stages for some reason, you can do this. 277 points. Well, color me impressed. For that, we get the achievement Juggler. And we can also play again for 100 gold. So, but we also get a music sheet. It's not the best way to grind for gold, because on average you'll get around 200 gold if you're good. You can get around 300, but it's quite difficult to do. And you have to pay 100 gold to get in. So generally, you have a net gain of about 100 to 200 gold. But yeah. Also, what the hell? She whistled at me. That's nice. Hi, what did you whistle at me for? Oh, you got a pretty face. I'm wearing a helmet. Can't even see in my face. Talk to this goat here to be able to buy meal tickets for 1,000 gold to start with. They'll go up in price as you buy more. You can take this guy to have him make a meal for you. With a golden platter, he will give us, I don't know, but if you eat it, you get more health. Talk to this woman here, if you have a relic specifically, to get a magic drink, which will instantly increase your mana by 10. You can see your magic mana, whatever you want to call it, at the bottom, top left next to gold, in between life and gold. So, talk to this guy. Are you really the Shovel Knight? Pick it up by digging up this dirt. So let's do so, and... Wow, incredible, you really are Shovel Knight. This little girl has a hoop. You want to actually bounce off of this hoop, which might seem odd, but you actually really do want to do this. Get to the achievement, Hooper. You do that by jumping off of their hoop for more than 5 seconds. Jump off that woman there to jump up here to the roof to get a music sheet as well as a chest with plenty of gold. But I think that's going to do it for the first episode of Shovel Knight. I know it's a bit short, but I don't want to cover too much in one episode considering the game's already kind of short already. So we're going to end it here. Next time, guys, we head to the Pridemoor Keep to take on the First Order of No Quarter, King Knight. Stick around for the Bard's puns here, as well as some fantastic music from Jake Kaufman, the composer who the Bard is based on. He's a fantastic composer, really. He did the Shantae games, or the recent ones at least, and he's done a ton of video game remixes. He's amazing. But, with that said, I will see you guys next time on Let's Play Shovel Knight.